Hi friends, this is Ray. Thanks for joining my beekeeping channel. Today, let's catch a swarm out of a tree and then install it into a nuke box. So I'm only going to be able to get about 90% of the bees. That's a home run. There'll still be a small ball there for a day or two until they disperse. So I got this call. This swarm is really easy to get. It's only about 6 feet in the air. It looks a little bit small in the video, but it actually probably had about 7,000 to 10,000 bees in it, about the size of a package, about 3 pounds of bees. So it was a pretty good sized swarm to be able to grab out of this tree and bring back to my apiary. I'm going to shake it into a product called the Hive Butler. It's just a little bit bigger base for shaking a swarm into. Sometimes a nuke box is not quite big enough, and sorry to mess up your mulch here a little bit. You can miss if you're not real careful. Experience has shown me that I've missed as many times as I've hit. I need to try to get this level under here somehow. Let's try it like this. Whenever I shake a swarm or find a swarm in a tree, I spend a few minutes looking carefully for the queen. Sometimes you can see her running around the outside of the swarm, and if you can find her, then obviously you want to make sure that she's secure and taken care of before you shake the swarm. So I'm going to take a couple minutes here and just get up there and look carefully. I probably don't need to be wearing a bee suit. This swarm was super calm, but sometimes when you're just getting up close and you've been stung as many times as I have, you just, even though I know it's fine, just gonna wear a bee suit just in case. But these bees were very docile for sure. So just looking around to see if I can see her, but I didn't find her. I usually don't. Either I just don't have a good eye for it, or she's hiding on me every single time, it seems like. All right, well, no luck. Do it the old-fashioned way. Let's try one other thing real quick here. If I can get this up here. So I discovered that I could actually put this box on the top of the ladder and have it right underneath the swarm. That's ideal. The closer the box can be to the swarm, obviously the more bees you're going to get to fall into the box, and the quicker you can put the lid on and be able to retain as many bees as possible. So that's what I decided to do on this particular one, is just go ahead and get that box right up nice and close, which actually worked out really nicely. So I shook most of the bees in. I just decided to jump up here and make sure that the remaining bees that were still clustered there, maybe 100 or so, that the queen was not in there. Just always want to try to keep an eye out for her. So that's what I'm doing here, is just taking one more look to make sure I did not miss her royalty. So I went ahead and grabbed the nuke box, and I'm going to give one more shake of these bees that clustered back. You're never going to get them all. I didn't bring my vacuum with me. If I had, I probably could have gotten a lot more of these bees than I actually did, and I wasn't going to come back here since this was a good 30-40 minutes away and wait for the bees. And just one last check for the queen before I pack up and head out of here. Well, there you go. I can't put any more in there because when I open that, I'm going to lose more than I'm going to actually put. You're going to have a small cluster there. I might just wait a minute, see if they ball up, maybe try one more tap. That's a nice swarm. We'll relocate them into a hive this afternoon, give them a chance to survive.
So what a swarm is when a colony gets too big, it divides into two colonies. The old queen leaves with all the adult bees, and they leave a young virgin queen in the colony to rebuild the original colony. So that's what this is, and so, you know, these are desirable for beekeepers because this usually come from a good healthy stock, you know. But you can see they're not aggressive, they're not attacking or anything. It's not ever knowing if I got the queen makes how I handle them when I get them back very differently. If I know I have the queen or I don't, that's why I'm trying to see if I see her. So you probably have a beekeeper within a mile of here that these came from, somebody that's got bees. Okay, so I'm back at my apiary. I'm going to take a frame of honey that I have here and put it inside of this nuke box. And I'm going to take the frames that I had in here when I caught that swarm, slide them over. I'm going to keep my eye out for the queen for sure and go ahead and get these girls installed. I've got my hood on not because these bees are going to be aggressive or defensive, but because I have another hive in my apiary that likes to chase me around the yard, and I'm working on getting rid of that. Let's just get a good close-up here as we open this up.
By the time I moved all of these bees out of this hive butler into the hive, I had a solid 3 or 4 frames of bees that were in the box. Doesn't look like as many as there actually are in this particular video, which is kind of odd to me. But the next day I went in and I had 3 to 4 solid frames of bees when I was just checking on them. And so a lot of them I think were in the bottom of the box and got tapped in a little bit later.
Just keep an eye out for the queen here. Love to find her. These frames that I have available for this are some honey supers that I just spun out, so they're going to smell really good. Okay, now the remaining bees in here, I'm just going to tap them in. Again, I'm just going to keep my eye out for her before I tap these bees in. Sometimes you get lucky and you find her, but most of the time you don't. At least that's my experience. Maybe some people are better than me, have a better eagle eye, or just better luck. I don't know. Let's see if I can get these girls in. Good. I got all of them in except for 30 or 40. And so they've got a frame of honey. I'm going to let them get settled in. The only other thing I'm going to do is feed them a little bit of sugar water, which I'll go do right now. Okay, I have a top that has a hole in it, so I'll switch this top out for that one. They're all set. Let's check on them again in a few days, just let them settle. Okay, it's been about 6 days since we put this swarm in this box. Take a quick peek. So you can see they have a lot more bees than initially I showed in the video. I don't know, I think there was a big bunch of them that didn't really appear in the video properly. All I'm really looking for today is, I just want to check for a queen. See, I don't even need to find a queen per se. I just want to see if there's any eggs or larvae in here. Do not see anything here. And don't see anything here. This was just a frame of capped honey that I gave them for food reserves. I was in here a couple days ago to check on them, and I didn't find a queen, but I figured I'd give them a few more days before I declared them to be queenless. I don't see her here, and I don't see any eggs. Now would be where I'd want to see eggs. I got all this fresh drawn comb here, and so this would be a great spot. I'm actually going to take us away from the camera for a minute. Yeah, I do not see any eggs there. Also do not see a queen there. This was a frame of brood that I gave them because I wanted to see if they were going to make queen cells off of it. And interestingly enough, they are not making queen cells off of this. And I'm not sure why that would be, other than, yes, they do have a queen who is just still not laying. Now, I have found personally that after a swarm, it does take the queen several days to settle down, get reoriented, and choose to lay, but I still would love to locate her so I know what I'm dealing with. All right, now that you see there in that the big green thing, that is a queen cell I stuck in here. I don't necessarily need to leave that in here if I find a queen or evidence of a queen. I just had an extra queen cell and I needed a place to put it until it emerges, which actually is supposed to be tomorrow. I'm just going to take another good look here and see if I can locate her. I've had instances on my channel where people are like, yeah, didn't you see her? Look at this minute mark on the video. And so it's kind of crazy. Maybe it's easier to see on the video or what, but I'm not seeing her. And let me just check for any eggs in here. Okay, well, I do see some very young larvae. I'm going to take this away from the camera so I can really get up and see. Okay, I actually do see eggs. I don't know if you'll be able to see them on the camera, but I actually do see eggs right in that area right there. There's no way those eggs would be there unless there is a queen. So I will let this queen cell go ahead and emerge. But now I really would like to find her. Because yes, I do see some eggs in here. So where are you, girl? I have not located her since I caught this swarm, and this is my second time looking. I did look the other day, as I mentioned, but the weather wasn't great, and all right, well, I've got 2 more frames. I'm just going to check and make sure that this queen cell has not emerged already, because if it has, I need to change my... Oh, it has. Uh-oh. Okay, hold on 1 second here. This changes everything. If there is a queen in here, there's a queen in here. Okay, now this little video has gotten a little bit more interesting. So as I mentioned before, did she get out? No, she's still in there. She is still in there. Okay, now I'm gonna put that back in here. So now I've got a virgin queen in here, which I need to find a new home for. Trying to think which one of my hives is queenless. Because apparently this one is not queenless. Let me see if I can just go ahead and get my eyes on her or see some more eggs. I see his nectar there. Definitely do not see any more eggs here. There are certain queens I have found that are just really sneaky and are difficult to find, and she appears to be one of them. You'll notice I'm not using smoke. 2 reasons. One reason is bees are fine, they're calm, I don't need it. But the second reason is if I want to find the queen, I find it's a lot easier to find her when I do not have, when I have not smoked them. Because once you smoke them, they just kind of go into chaos and they all run all over the place, etc. Okay, now I need to go back and just make sure, gosh, that I saw eggs there, because I usually am pretty good at finding the queen. This is a little discouraging here for my record, my batting average here. Now again, this was a frame of brood that I gave them, I know that. So this brood is not from her at all. I stuck eggs in here because I wanted to see whether they started making queen cells, and they did not. So again, I know I'm going to go back and watch this video and she's going to be like right there, but I would love to find her. I would love to mark her. There she is. I just found her. But I would love to find her. I would love to mark her. There she is. I just found her. Right there. See her? So this hive is not queenless. I'm going to just keep my finger pointed right next to her right there. So, okay, so they are not queenless. They do not need this virgin queen. I'm going to just leave them alone here and let them continue to settle in to their new home. And I'm going to take this virgin queen and put her elsewhere. I actually know a place where I can put her. So anyway, all right, well, there you go. That answers that question. So you can kind of see how this swarm is doing several days later. Let me tilt the camera up here. Here we go. Hey, I'm glad that you joined me today. Thanks for subscribing to my beekeeping channel. It means a lot to me. Thanks for all your support and comments. Hope you enjoy the content, helps you with your beekeeping journey. I'll catch you on the next one. My name is Ray. Take care and God bless.